founder and president of magicblocks.com. I am super excited today because we're getting ready to release our new version of Magic Blocks. We're just waiting for a few final touches to our Android application. But in the meantime, I wanted to share the process for uploading a new book to our new site for authors and publishers. So this video is basically just going to go through really quickly how to grab a PDF and upload it to the site. So first and foremost, I'm sitting here at magicblocks.com. You can get to this today, and I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and I'm going to use my author's account. And once I'm signed in, if you're not already an author, which all of you should be, but if you're not, you can just go down to the bottom of in the footer and click on Upload a Book, and it will bring you to a page that will ask you to join the Magic Blocks creator community. Just check a box that you agree to the terms and click join, and that's it. And then you could get right to the upload book form. So I clicked Upload Book, and I am at the form. It's very simple. So all I need to do is type the title, and I'm going to use Grambo today by one of our good authors here. So I'm going to type the title, Grambo Test, and don't worry about messing it up, because whatever you create here doesn't go live right away until we review it, and you can make any changes you need to as many times as you need to. Even after it goes live, you can still make changes to the book. And we have a whole workflow and approval process that handles that. Way better than the first version of the site. So I'm going to go ahead and select the PDF file, and I've got my books folder over here. So I'm going to find Grambo Full, and then that's going to start uploading it to the site. You can see down here it's about 40–50% already done. If you want to make your book an audiobook, you can also attach an audio MP3 file, but I'll save that for a different video. This is just the basic upload flow. The description, I'm just going to say test description. Try to keep this, within a paragraph or two at the most. The reason is the more text here pushes down the read me button on the book details page, so just try and keep this concise, but as descriptive as possible, because it does help with search engine optimization and allows Google and Yahoo and that sort of thing to find your book. So you don't have to have an ISBN number, but if you have one, certainly insert it here. That also helps with search as well. Authors, just type the list of authors. So Jason Lane, I'm just going to test author 2, test illustrator, enter up to about three names here, and you don't need to put labels like this is the author, this is the illustrator. Just put their name, keep it simple, and then separated by a comma. If the book is published by a publisher, that's great. You can select it here. This particular book doesn't have a publisher, so I'm going to leave this blank, but in the case that you did have a publisher and you couldn't find it in the list, so for example, Little Pickle Press is one of our publishers, they're in the list, so you just start typing the name and they'll pop in here. If you don't find it for whatever reason, you can click Add Publisher, and you can quickly add the name, the logo of the publisher, the description, and a link to their website. Okay? And then once you have clicked Save there, Submit, then you can come back and type it in. Specify the language. If you don't see the language that you need here, just email us. You can click this link here, and we'll add the field for you. These are some of the common languages that we have at the moment. Reading level, we've kept it very simple. We just want to group books into beginner, intermediate, advanced. This particular book, I believe, is intermediate, so I'm going to select that. The way that you get your buy button on the book details page in order to send readers over to Amazon or your own website or whatever, you just put the link here. Make sure to include HTTP // and then yourwebsite.com, whatever that is. Okay, and in fact, I'm just gonna put google.com here for the short term as a test so I can show you what it does. This book has illustrations. If it had music or sounds or photos or chapters, we could check any of those. Keywords, enter up to 10 words. Try to keep these words different from the words you've already used in the description field and the author field and the title. Try and keep it something that is a little bit abstract. So for now, I'm just going to use test, and I think this has to do with a grandma who's a spy. So I'm going to say spy and grandma. Okay. Then you want to select a category that the book falls into. We've got a bunch of different categories you can choose from. In this case, it has to do with a grandma and a father and a son, and I'm going to go ahead and hit family, and it's also about an adventure. So choose up to 3 categories. No, try to keep it limited, but if you feel like it fits in more, that's fine too. If your book has any awards, this is optional. You can attach like Mother's Choice or Ben Franklin. Right now, we don't have a lot of awards attached to the books, but as soon as we have more of the books with award-winning logos attached to them, we're going to create a filter on the home page that says, award-winning books, and then we'll list them all in there based on what's populated in this field. So you can either submit it for review right away, or you can save it as draft, check things out, and make changes if you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and just save it as draft, and by this time, the file has already been uploaded long ago, so I'm going to click submit. And now you can see your book is being built, and this literally takes seconds. So the PDF file is now on the server, all the metadata is filled out about the book, and we're building the Magic Blocks book for you. So it takes a couple seconds. By the way, the PDF file, I forgot to go into this, the PDF file looks like this. So if I open up the PDF file, it's basically a single page. You can see there's 32 pages here. It's single page files that just go on to the end from the beginning to the end of the book, and it includes the cover and any spacer pages necessary. If you want to double check, you go up to View, and by the way, I'm in Adobe Acrobat Reader or Pro. You can check your page display in a 2-up display and make sure you have Show Cover during 2-page. So then what happens is now the book will look exactly the way it's going to look in our reader, and you can see everything lines up nicely. So this book was formatted perfectly. And you can see now, back to the website, the book has been processed. You can see it grab the first page and use it as a thumbnail. If your cover is not in the PDF file that you uploaded, if it's a separate JPEG image or something like that, no problem. What you can do is you can edit the book and then go replace the thumbnail that we created for you with whatever thumbnail you want. Now, keep in mind, if you do that, the first page, when you actually open the book and click README, it won't be there. It'll just be the first page of the PDF that you uploaded. Notice we also have the Buy button here, and we have a README button. As the author of the book, I am permitted to read this book as many times as I want, and I don't have to pay, and I don't have, but at the same time, my reads and everything don't get counted either. So, and click README just to check things out. You can also see the pink background around it to let me know that it's not published yet. It's still in test mode. So I've got the book, and you can see now it's been built. It's in our reader, and it is not available to the general audience of our site yet. We have to review it first. So you can see here, now when I'm done, I'm going to check things out. You can go full screen up here. You can use these little navigation things. You can zoom in, zoom out, and then close it when you're done. I'm going to return back to my book. And when I'm all happy and sad and I feel like, you know what, this is great, and I'm ready to go ahead and submit this, I'm going to go ahead and click Edit. And if you want, again, you can add audio file here. You can adjust the description or whatever you need to. I'm going to go ahead and go to the bottom, and I'm going to say, okay, submit for review now. You can notice here's where you can replace the thumbnail of the book as well. You just remove it, and then you'll get a upload field here, and you just grab the JPEG image you want to use for the cover and or the thumbnail, and then re-add it. then when you're ready, just click Submit Review. You can add a little comment if you need to. Please find my new book for consideration. Right? And then click Save. And now it says my book's being built, but the book's already been built. All we're doing here is saving any changes you've made up above, and it's going into a queue now to alert us that you've uploaded the book. If you click the Buy button, you can see what happens. So we open a new tab, and then it takes you to the link that you provided. In this case, we provided Google. So that's it. And you can see now it's still pink, and that means it's not been published yet. If you want to look in your account and check the status, you'll get emails when you submit it. You'll also get emails back and forth from us when it's been approved, or maybe we push it back to you for questions or changes. But you'll get those emails to your email account. If you click on my account, you can go to my books, and you can see there's Grambo Test, and you can see the status. It's in a review queue. And once it's been published, you'll see that it'll be approved, or if it's been pushed back to you, it'll be back in draft mode. Okay. If you want to look at your earnings, you can see that in other areas in your account profile. But for now, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you in this video. So any questions, you can contact us, email us at support@magicblocks.com or authors@magicblocks.com, either way. And we hope you enjoy the site. We are really looking forward to having your books and your content, and we think that this is really going to blow up. By the way, as soon as this is available, you can tell. If I go back to the library, Grambo Test hasn't been added to the library at all. So if I search for it, it doesn't come up. So it's not available to be read yet. And once it is, then you'll get credit for the reads. Okay? Thanks a lot. And remember, it's today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Thanks a lot.